What's up, podcast world? This is your boy Thomas B. Back in the booth with my boy DeMarco Mosley, and we just here on today. Want to talk to you all, kind of touch on the same subject that we kind of touch on the other day, kind of talking about growth. We had a really good subject going on with that one, and growth is a whole lot that entail. Um, like he described it last week, we was talking about gumbo, uh, saying all the things that go in it. We was talking about perspective, and we was talking about determination, and just a lot of stuff that go into this whole growth uh, object. And um, so what I want to do, just kind of touch back on what we was talking about last week, and just talk about this growth thing, because I think we all can get a little bit better, do a little bit better, and grow. So basically, man, today I guess I'll tell you a little bit about my day, because if this was a year ago or 2 years ago, just with me uh, growing like what we're talking about. I had a lot going on today. Just started back work today. Starting to do my little vlogging, blog, whatever you want to call it. Trying to get my YouTube thing together. And a lot of stuff wasn't working out. And uh, I know back in the day, I probably would have gave up. Probably would have just threw in the towel and just said, forget it, it's not for me. But, just with uh, coming along with dealing with life and dealing with what comes with life, in one of my previous episodes, I said about a saying that I had heard. Somebody had told me that when you feel like you're at the end of your rope, then just tie a knot in it and hold on just a little bit longer. And I find that to be a real good tactic to use, to motivate me, to make me go just a little bit further when I feel like I can't go no further. And each step of life, each time you go through a little trial, each time you go through situations, that should make you a little bit stronger, and you should grow through them. You should grow and become a better person through them. So I'm just grateful that, I know how I used to deal with situations. And on today, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, and getting back to work, and trying to get this YouTube and podcast. It was just a whole lot going on. So it's just a blessing for real to be able to have that level of growth where I can do all that and still make it out. So man, Mark, if you want to time in and talk about a little bit.
Oh man, it's a great subject, just like last time. Thanks a lot. What up, everybody out there? Hope everybody had a great day and going to a great night. When you approached me with this topic of growth the other day, it's such a amazing topic to get to the basic of things.
Yeah.
So when you say, I'm glad to hear that today, some people, as you say, that can grow through things, or most people go through things.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say, why waste your time just going through things, we can grow through things. So I'm saying that, to me, when days get trying and a little tribulation, it takes friction to get on the other side of growth. So now, and touch bases on a couple of my indicators, if it's worth going through or growing through. I look for the indicators. So if I look for friction, because on the other side of a negative, it's an opportunity to a positive. So when people say a negative day, a bad day, I tell them my day's only bad if I wake up underground. I guess you want to wake up with you. So
Right.
things like that. It's all about mindset. So we talk about growth. I usually touch on the growth mindset. Just like my little man is running up on me right now. I discovered a fountain of youth. Yeah, I probably hear it in the background. That's my founding youth. But just a great opportunity to see growth. So sometimes I get a little too jaded. I can grab my homeboy Aiden, and he'll help show me the founding youth. But again, I look forward to a great topic and a great discussion on these things. And if I can drop anything off past experiences or my daily experience that can be able to shine a little light on a couple of people's dark tunnels so we can get to growing together, which is my meaning of being here on this podcast. It's like every day get an opportunity to grow together. So I look forward to it.
That's what's up, man. This is what it's about, man. It's about growth. It's about being able to allow ourselves to go through situations and grow through situations, like you said, and being able to allow life to help us to grow, going through what we go through. Just like you got your son here, and me having not only one son, but having another son just recently, and that's a real big thing to me, you know, because I imagine me having kids, but the task that I'm taking on now with actually having kids, like, it's something else, especially with my wife being out of commission, not completely, but she hasn't started back work yet, and now we got 2 instead of 1, and it's a lot. She's trying to get her body back right because, you know, you had to do a cesarean, C-section, and I'm telling you, it's something with having 2 kids at 31 years old. I know a lot of people probably already went through this, but I don't necessarily have the help as other people have help. So it's a real good situation. You know, I'm not complaining. I appreciate to having my son. I appreciate being able to learn from him as he learned from me. Just every day trying to be a better father, a better person, a better husband. And like I said, that's what life is about. It's about growing. So as you know, I grow with them. You know, hopefully. In a year or 2, I'll be a better husband and a better father. So that's what I'm shooting for.
Well, you just made me think of this book, and I love the fact that you brought up about the daily habits. I thought of a book by an author named James Clear called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Because when we talk about growth, what we touched on last time, and I love you brought up the daily thing. This morning I caught one of my buddies. He used to come by the shop, but now he's fully bald and everything in nature. I thought I seen him the other day at the grocery store wearing one of those sweatsuits. And I ain't talking about jogging, so I'm talking the ones you're supposed to sweat in and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I guess it was him. So I called him. He called me this morning. I was put at the gas station, but I didn't see his van. Mm-hmm. To show you how sometimes you be amazed just being the creature of habits. Right. And habits sometimes stunts our growth when we don't allow the habits to be checked. And either grow or if it ain't add to our growth. But that's another different part of the subject. But see, no Larry. And he had an 8-foot bed truck. I said, okay, that's a money maker right there. But he said stay in his van because he do heating and cooling and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So then he brought to my attention how you lose so much weight. Because Larry been knowing me from years back when I was probably, right come out the car business, about 250. I think it was about 250 pounds. Yeah. So now I wish I knew how much I weigh, but I haven't found the scale. And I really don't probably wish how much I weigh because I know I'm probably in the best shape of my life right now. And that's touching on something else when it came to growth. With this little Rona thing out, the thing that irritates me the most is that it's like they want you just to go in your house, wait till, what do you call it, a vaccine come out. Mm-hmm. But they never give you things to be able to prepare yourself for something. That's right. Because how I look at the Rona thing, it's a fight that 85+% want to go through. So now what we got to look at when we go to a fight is what are the what are the strong suits of it and what's the weak suits of it, and how we can prepare ourselves for it and whatnot. So now when we brought up growth, it makes you think of mindset, because Larry asked me a question this morning. How did you lose so much weight? Was it the food that you ate? Was it the exercise you did? What is that? But the thing I bring up to Larry first is the mindset I had to approach, a growth mindset I had to approach. So now, how to take negative and positive things in nature. Because thank God that man ain't strong enough to take the positive from the negative, or the negative from the positive.
Mm-hmm.
So now when most people go through things like I brought up the other day, if you got an injury, okay, I'm going through something trying to get my feet to work on the same page so I can exercise more. Okay, now growth mindset, my little man trying to lock the door, he need to lock it on himself, not on the thing. So now, but again, I had to change my mindset. And then when I opened up my mindset, it opened up the challenges. Because like you brought up today, I started my day off right there, and he made a compliment how I changed my exterior appearance. I went to work my exterior appearance because I knew that's the only way to get to a total change on my interior appearance. Because I knew I had to work on what we talked about yesterday, is discipline. The easy way to work on discipline to be able to see faster results is actually through exercise and physicality. So I was rapping with one of my little homies and whatnot that's on the food chain, and one of my suppliers, and he was telling me how he take a vacation every summer to go do manual labor. Because all he do most of the time is just computers and interacting with people. But when you do manual labor, that's a vacation to him. And most people feel like, how is that a vacation to you? And I told him I understand because I understand growth mindset. And the growth mindset is this. Every day, we have our rigors we do. So then how did I become so after the experience with Larry this morning, wonderful experience to see that somebody acknowledged the hard work that I do, which I got to the state that I don't need acknowledgement anyway, but I can appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So then going into my schedule, now being violated the whole day by my schedule, by everybody taking advantage of my schedule, pushing me off kilter, so that I became very uneasy, aggravated. But then, due to my new growth mind state, instead of expressing that in ways I may express it early, because let's face it, when we bubble with emotion, there's nothing should come out your mouth at that point, because nothing will come out positive. Because I understand the best way to handle emotion is my emotional intelligence, and that's a compound word a lot of people hear me use a lot. Emotional intelligence. It's to understand that I do have emotions, but I treat my emotions like a fire in your house. If it's a fire on this table right now, we ain't gonna jump on the table to try to put it out with a fire extinguisher. That's not the best course of action. Right. Best course of action, step back, get the extinguisher, and take a better angle at it to put it out. So I treat my problems the same way, and I treat meditation to be my fire extinguisher. So instead of attacking something that may be aggravating me, that may be causing a problem, I find something to focus on. Just like I ride around with my little unicorn or a Lucky Charm here. Because when I was frustrated the first time, I was able to start teaching him how to talk. Mm-hmm. And that was able to take away what I'm frustrated by, people playing with my time. Okay, well, luckily, I'm blessed more than most. When you play with my time, I'm stuck with my Lucky Charm, with my son and whatnot, or my daughters and whatnot. So now, instead of looking at the negative, that I'm getting time blown, I go to the positive, that I can spend more time with them. Okay, let's work on the reading. Let's work on this. Let's work on that, and different things of that nature. So they're just going to show about the growth mindset within itself. So negative, playing my time, losing money, losing that. Because the number one thing is, I understand this. If I die right now, what I got? Right. Did the money help me? No. But did the experience a little second longer? I was parked at the hospital this morning, waiting for somebody to come out. So it's easy to become humble. So people come in with these, such as real life problems, and ooh, the boyfriend, ooh, the girlfriend, ooh, the wife, ooh, the husband, and the world for the end. I need to kill this, kill that, and all this. I said, go tell the cancer patient they only got 5 days left to live. It's 10 years old. Right. How real your problems are. So then they gave me a chance to come back to reality and get a chance to be humble every day. Because very few people are thankful for the experience they get. They only complain about stuff they don't have. So if I ain't said enough to them, I'm humble. Even for the times I was aggravated, and sorry to all the people that see in my face I was highly aggravated. Yes, I was. But I didn't never let it slip out, because I knew it probably speed it out a little bit here and there, but I could tell people let's change the steps, talk about something else, to get in a better situation. Right. Because it goes in growth again. Because it's easy to tee off on the person next to you. But now the number one thing about growth is growth and selfishness has no date with each other. Growth and selfishness. Self-centered and selfishness, two different things. Mm-hmm. And whatnot. To see how you affect things compared to how things are affected by you. So now you're self-aware or you're selfish. So self-aware has a date, selfish does not. So in doing those things and whatnot, even I got to pull myself out and find better ways, because I always got to think of the future, present, and the past at the same time. Mm-hmm. So before I say something out of my mouth to these people I'm finna say it to, I ask myself, Marco, are you done with this deal? Because if you're done with this deal, say this crazy stuff you finna say out your mouth, or you will say, you know what, this ain't best time to talk no further on this deal. Let's get this over with and make it through.
Right.
So growth. So I try to make sure I do everything I can to take venom away. Not to, but I try to remember a quote, and a lot of my church people will understand this. I tell myself before I go into my normal viciousness and venom, pride comes before the fall. Why am I so mad? Why am I aggravated? Oh, well, he did this, she did this. So am I adult or not adult? Because for me to answer that question, I can't say he or she did this anymore. Now I got to say, did it violate my principles and am I standing on it? If I ain't standing on it, let it go. So I know it's long-winded, but growth is an exciting subject to me.
That's right, man. And that's what's up, man. That's how we all gotta be, and that's how we all should be, man. Just taking life and allowing it to allow us to grow, because life isn't always easy. It always come with a lot of hard trials. It always come with a lot of hard tests, but somehow, if we allow it to run its course, then we could make it off on top. We can make it off being better than the person that we were yesterday. I got a quote. I put little affirmations around the house. I got one in the mirror. Well, I got a couple in the mirror, so when I wake up in the morning, even if I don't consciously read it, I'm subconsciously looking at it and reading. But one of the quotes say that today is not yesterday. Today, I'm gonna reach goals that that could change the rest of my life. Because just because you went through something yesterday and you didn't accomplish your goals, today is a whole new day, and each day comes with another chance to grow.
Well, I got a question. I don't normally I never interrupt, but I had a question on that.
What's that?
Do we ever take our time to ask ourselves, what did we get out of that opportunity? Because I hear people say, well, today gives another opportunity to do something else. But let's backtrack. Out of that manure, or what we want to call it the day before, because obviously we said it's not to our liking.
Right.
So let's say that I just use it for a colorful word, manure. How do you grow grass? Fertilizer. So if you, like we talked about the other day, if we know you can't get to the dime, you can't get to the beautiful flowers without the crap. You can't.
Right.
So before we move on past that day, what happened yesterday, sometimes it's time for us to, as I said one time, is identify, refine, identify, define, or redefine. So if a day didn't give us, if yesterday didn't give me the result I was seeking, so now I take an inventory. What result did it give me? What can I learn out of that? What can I do better to get to the result I want? And this is what I said. What can I do better to get to the result? Not what did I do bad or do wrong. Because see, now that's mind states again. Because I'm real keen about mind states, because every day we can spend 1% time changing just 1% things about ourselves. And we work off something called compound interests. Something that we love in the business world, but it also works in this world. Because if every day I do 1% change, nothing monster, just 1% change. Okay, if I can go be a little more humble every day and give myself something I can grab off of, and there's that's tangible to things and whatnot. So then when we say we had something happen yesterday, okay, what happened yesterday? Okay, well, I didn't get to the sale I wanted and whatnot, because I guess me in sales and whatnot, if I have worked with 5 customers that day, I guess I develop a way to be able to go back and play every conversation in my head. So then we go through something called role play. So now we go through addressing the objections that I probably didn't get, I got stuck on and get past and whatnot. So then they give me a chance to see, and go with another salesperson, I get a chance to see the things that maybe I was giving off I didn't see, and things of that nature. And that's why I always I think everybody should have a chance to go through sales class, not just be a salesperson, but to understand how to be a mirror. Because a lot of people pay no attention to what we do to each other.
And that's what it means to grow. To look at what you did, what you may have failed at, or what you went through, and allow that to build you up, allow that to take you to that next level. I think that's what it means to grow. Like you said, the manure.
Mm-hmm.
Go through it.
Grow through it.
Yeah, go through it, grow through it. Don't allow it to just say, well, yesterday was messed up, and just forget about yesterday. I mean, you look at yesterday, you look at what you did, you figure out what you can do better the next day, or like you said, the 1%. You
Right.
can get 1% better, or do something 1% better than you did it yesterday, or it don't have to be real big thing, but even the small things is growth.
Wake up 1 minute earlier
That's right.
and do it consistently every day. Because see, people get lost on the thing. They think I gotta wake up 3 hours. Just gotta wake up at 4 o'clock, but you gotta wake up at 4 o'clock. If you wake up at 7 o'clock normally, try to do 6:55
Right.
and do it every day at the same time, and don't quit. Because what you're going to see is that what's going to happen is going to come out of that is that you're going to see a win. So now that 1% thing is not just 1%; it's another win.
Right.
So now what we work on is building up into, like in sales business. We had some say work on building up yeses.
Yeah.
Because you got to have you got to get through 20 no's to get to one yes. So now say, Thomas, do you want to buy a car today? No. Thomas, is it dark outside? Yes. Boom, that's one yes. Thomas, would you like coffee? No. There's no. Thomas, yes, yes. So all them type things and whatnot, I'm actually calculating and whatnot. So, but the general public coming with a poor man mindset or a general mind state, first no is closed down.
Right.
And then, especially for my beautiful people or my real athletic and tight people, they're not used to no's. They actually have it harder than most people have because they can't experience a no.
That's right.
So with me, all I know, I love what Les Brown say, it's either yes or not yet. Simple. Because if it's a no, you'll walk off. But as long as you're in my face, it's either yes or not yet.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go on things like that and whatnot, and I try to get in my daughter's head, don't nobody know what's going on in your head. And us salespeople, we watch you talk yourself out of stuff. Well, I probably shouldn't ask for this. I probably shouldn't ask for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's reading your eyes. So what you understand is that let's become comfortable with you and growth within self.
Right.
Not the person next to you, not the person like that. So it's an exciting path to go on. And I tell anybody could wake up on that path, just like till the end, we both met in the parking lot. This is a process of growth. Maybe ugly on my end, but hey, it's appreciative. And I think if we find more things, just like, hey, if you got up yesterday, 3 people hated on you yesterday, the boss didn't give you the raise, they messed up your coffee,